Thank you so much for joining. Hi, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, so today is actually going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different, yeah? I'm waving back at you. Hello, hi, welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit different because, yeah, the topic we're going to be talking about is about April, May intake for 2022 this year. Like you all know, I am Mo from Nexi Concept Limited, and I'm waving at you and saying hi. You're so welcome, and it's so good to have you all here. This is our first live in 2022, so I'm saying Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had an amazing and insightful festive period for everybody. I hope you had. Hi, I'm saying hello to Topstar. Topstar, hi, hello, what's up? How are you doing? How are you? Good afternoon. So I hope you all had an amazing festive period and you're all back to your various offices and homes and all of that. So I'm just saying hello and I'm saying hi to everyone. Okay, so like I said earlier, today's going to be different. I'm going to be inviting my colleague to join me on this live. I'm going to be inviting her to join me on this live so that you can meet our faces and then we can talk to you about the April-May intake for 2022. Yeah, so I'll be inviting her to join the live. During the live session, I'll be inviting her to join. I could actually invite her to join me right now while we kick off, and I could actually invite her to join me right now. Let me see. I want to invite her to join me right now. I would like her to kindly send a request so that I can add her to this live. So just send me a request, I can add her to this live. So I would like to invite my colleague to join also so that we all can actually just meet ourselves and just have fun. Yeah, so you're all welcome and thank you so much for being here. So yeah, in respect to the April-May intake for 2022, for the whole year, we have different intakes, as you all know. Yeah, we have January intake, we have April, May, we have September. Now these intakes, they have different. Yeah, so I see the request already. She requested a join. So I see her. Yeah. So that's good. So yeah. So like I said, we're going to be talking about the April-May intake, and we have already. She's joined already. Yeah. So
okay, I think it's I have to change the the back camera so I have to actually change it. Let me do another request. Okay, if the back camera is working.
You can actually just end it and then come back online. Send me another request, yes. So while we wait for her to join, she just wants to join so that we can both have this live together and please you all together, you know. So like I was saying, in respect to the April-May intake, we have different sessions, we have different intakes for the year 2022. We have the fall intake. The fall intake is actually in September, October is where the fall intake where we have the fall intake. Then we have the winter intake, which is January, February, and then we have the summer, spring intake, which is the April, May intake. As a matter of fact, we have some schools that have all intakes all year round. They have February, they have March, they have April, they have May, they have June, they have August, they have October, they have November. So we have some schools that actually have all year round intake. We'll be talking about that, more about that as we go on. Yeah. So in respect to there are some universities, yeah, that actually do have April-May intake specifically. Now all universities have September and most universities have January, yeah, for UK. Now there are some universities that have April-May, there are some universities that have all year round. Do you understand? But our major focus is on April-May intake for 2022. So now there are some. I want to give you a list of those universities that have April-May intakes. Now we have Northumbria, we have Ulster, we have Chester, we have Sheffield, we have Salford. These are some of the universities, not all now, just some of the universities that we have that actually do have their intakes for April and May. Yeah. Now, the University of Bedfordshire, for instance, they have all year round. Coventry is also one university that has all year round. Yeah. The Bedfordshire has for February, they have March, they have April, May, June, they have August, they have November. Do you understand? So if you want to know more about Bedfordshire, please kindly send us a DM or send us or give your comments in the comment section, and we'll link you up to our counselor that will give you more information about Bedfordshire, because they have all year round in respect to whatever intakes that you want to go for. So now, so that's that about that. I'm still going to be adding my colleague to join in, but I just want to give a briefing about this, and I hope that her system and her network would have been perfect by then. Okay, so now the question is, why would anybody want to go for April, May? Since, okay, we know fully well that most intakes are September, right? But why would anyone actually decide that, you know what, I actually want April, May right now, like I want April, May? Yeah, as I was saying, please leave your questions in the comment section. I will definitely attend to them, yeah, while we continue with the live session. So my question is, why would anybody want to go for April, May? Now, it actually depends on the preference of that individual student. Yeah, we have some students that would say January is too close and September is too far, and they actually want to go now. You know what I mean? So for students like that, they might say, you know what, I don't mind. I just want to get out of this country. I want to jump on time. So I don't mind going for April, May. Do you understand? And the truth is that it's actually for some courses now. Some courses actually the most preferred intake for some courses, if you know what I mean. And it's always advisable to, if you want to go for April, May, it's always advisable to apply on time. Do you understand? Now, it actually depends on, like I said, it depends on the preference of the particular student that actually wants to go to that school that has April, May. Now, the thing is, the courses that they have, they are not so much. They are limited. But the good thing about it is that when you apply for April, May, your chances of being taken and not getting it, and not being refused by the school is actually higher, because we have limited seats. You know, because now we have limited courses, we have limited seats. So because of the fact that we have limited courses, the courses that are actually hot cake would have been taken. Do you understand? And the school, actually, they definitely want to make money, isn't it? But because of the fact that they definitely want to make money, they would always say, you know what, these students are actually coming in, why don't we just take them in for April, May? Knowing fully well that the school, the courses that they have, they are not so much, and the students that they have for April, May won't even be as much either. So you have a higher chance of actually getting April, May intake as compared to September, where the rush is really, really high. And then, you know, a situation whereby you're actually putting in your application and you're saying, you know what, the school is not getting back to me, what is going on, why is it taking so long? You get a reply back from the school even faster when you do April, May intake. Do you understand? Aside from the fact that you get to the UK earlier than September, you get to apply for your course earlier, you get to the school earlier. So everything you want to do, you get to do it on time. Do you understand what I mean? And then the school has a very high chance of actually taking you because they know that they have limited students and limited courses available. Do you understand what I mean? So if your intention is to jump on time and you want to leave this country as soon as possible, then April, May is the right choice for you. Do you understand? If it's part of your plan and it's really, really part of your plan, then April, May is really the right choice for you. So now, in respect to why anybody, okay, I've talked about why anybody would actually want to apply for April, May. Now, the question is when. When exactly can you say, you know what, okay, I want to go for April, May. When exactly can I apply for April, May intake? The truth is this. If you do want to go for April, May, you should have started applying since like maybe last year, October. That's the truth. Now, the good thing is this. Right now, we are still in January. You can still put in your application, but it's advisable that the grace period of you putting in your application for April, May is within this January. Do you understand? Because you know you still need to count your bank statements that would be in your account for 28 days and all of that, and then the school needs to get back to you. Although the time at which they would use in getting back to you is actually faster compared to September and January, when the intakes are actually higher, where the rush is actually higher, if you know what I mean. So the when has to do with now. So right now is the best time for you to apply if you really, really do want to go for April, May. So if it is part of your plan and it's part of your dream to actually see yourself going for April, May intake, then I would advise that you send us a DM and or leave a comment in the comment section about it, and then we would get back to you and direct you to our counselors that would advise you rightly and give you all the necessary requirements that are involved. I hope you understand that. So yeah, I see you joining. I see you joining. Akin, hi. Good afternoon. How are you doing? It's so good to see you in New Year. Hi. You're so welcome. I see you join. I'm waving back at you. Hi. You're so welcome. I'm still going to be allowing my colleague to join. So please just give me a minute. I just want to finish up on this. I'm still going to be allowing my colleague to join in. Yeah. Okay. So in respect to like I said, it's in respect to the when, it's advisable that you join right now. Hola, okay, I'm going to be reading your questions. Please just drop your questions in the comment section and I will definitely attend to them. Yeah, so now, the same requirements, in terms of requirements now, the requirements that are required for you to be able to get an admission with April, May intake and ensure that you actually meet up to the course start date are still the same. So if you are going for a master's degree for April, May, the requirements are still, we still need your CV, we need your references, one academic, one work reference, we need your certificates, we need your transcripts, we need your passport, we need your WAEC or your NECO. Now, if you don't have WAEC or NECO, like you know, we have, the thing is this, we have various schools with various preferences. So what would actually work for this school might actually not work for this school. So now, say for instance, there are some schools that would say it's only WAEC that they want. There are some schools that would say, you know what, if you have NECO, it's fine. But now, if you don't have either, you can also say, you know what, I actually want to write IELTS, or I want to write the English test that the school will actually offer. So if you want to do that, then it's fine. You understand what I mean? And so, as I was saying, how to go about applying now. So in terms of applying, like I said before, that you should kindly send us a DM, and we'll definitely get back to you. We'll tell you more about how you go about applying for the April, May intake. And also, I will definitely be allowing my colleague to join very, just about now, as a matter of fact. I'll be allowing my colleague to join just about now. But in respect to the applying, as I was saying, that you should send us a DM, kindly send us a DM and let us know about your interest and how you actually want to apply. So I'll be allowing my colleague to join now. I'll be allowing my colleague to join now so she can talk to you more about the other aspects of this presentation that we have. Please just hold on.
Okay, so I'm trying to switch. If you can just give me some time. I'm trying to switch. I don't know why it's.
Yeah. Okay, pending the time you do that, let me just see how I can. Are you good now? Have you been able to do that?
Okay, just continue, please. I'm trying to switch it to face me. I don't know why it's the back camera. I don't know why it's the back camera that's actually.
Okay, but you can still go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, hi. But I don't like introducing myself where people cannot actually see me. But it's so
While you fix that, let me just try and see questions that are okay. While you fix that, let me just try and okay.
I was the one that was not actually I couldn't find the arrow that switches or the thing that switches. So hello everybody. Good morning, or it's afternoon right now. It's past 12. Good afternoon. My name is Roselyn, and today I'm joining our Able More to talk to you about why you should take advantage of the April, May, June intake in the UK for now. So she's going to continue with all the information, and then I'll come in to talk about the opportunities that are actually available right now in the UK and what you should be doing to take advantage of this. So thank you for having me. Mo, you can please continue.
You can go ahead, actually. You can go ahead and talk about it.
Okay,
sorry,
so
Roselyn,
where did you stop?
Talk about it. Yeah.
Where did you stop?
Okay, no, I just talked about how to apply, having everyone ensure that they come through to us, they send us a DM, or they leave a comment in the comment section, and then we'll get back to them in respect to them applying. And giving them an advice that the application is actually ongoing right now, so it is best that they start the application as soon as possible. If April, May is the intake that they really, really do want to go for. So, so Rosalind, can you hear me? So sorry about that. I guess her network is a bit bad. Yeah, so I'll try to take some questions from the questions. Okay, Rosalind, are you here now?
Yes, I can hear. The thing went off suddenly.
Yeah, so you can go ahead. Try to take questions.
All right. Okay, so guys, there are lots of opportunities in the UK right now. However, for the April, May, June intake, how much are fees? Okay, we'll answer your questions when we're done with the information I want to give to you. Please just hold off with your questions for a bit. So for the April, May, June intake, the courses are limited to certain departments or certain sectors. So we have opportunities in the health sector, we have opportunities in the tech sector, and we also have opportunities in the business sector. So if you're somebody who you're already aligned with, maybe experiences or qualifications in the health sector, then you can take advantage of some of the intakes that are actually going on right now in April, May, June. Now, if you're someone who is in the tech or trying to break into the tech world, then you can take advantage of some of the courses that are actually available in the tech space. And then for business, a lot of business people, when you want to go for like international business, you want to go for your MBA, you know, for accounting, finance, logistics, things that have to do with the business world, especially for people who have actually maybe had experiences in the business world, or you want to break into certain industries or certain departments. So for instance, if you've been in customer service, you want to go into HR, or you've been in maybe accounting and you want to be in the more financial role, you probably need a course in a business related degree that gives you the qualification to actually go into that role. So April, May intake, April, May, June intake are for people who already are within that space. So if you're outside this, then you should be looking at January and September intake. That's where we have all available courses that you can actually take, you know, having their intake during that period. So if you fall within this category, I'm going to be telling you, giving you an idea of the kind of courses that are currently available. So courses such as computer science for tech people, you have digital technology, data analysis. For people who are in tech, you can also have applied project management, digital marketing. So if that is something that actually aligns with your goals right now, then you should want to take advantage of some of these courses. Now, if you want to have a robust list of the available courses, you can always shoot us a DM, call any of our lines, and then we'll give you all the opportunities that are actually available right now. Now, I want to tell you about the opportunities in the UK for people in the tech space. So even if this is an industry you want to break into, you can do that. In tech, everybody is welcomed. And the beautiful thing about tech is that everybody's experiences from wherever you're coming from actually has value. So for instance, if you're going in for maybe data analysis or artificial intelligence, and you don't even have a background in tech, there are definitely certain things you need to learn before you can actually get a master's in that space. But AI is such a robust and all-encompassing course that you don't have to actually study computer science to do it. So if you're coming from a medical background, you're coming from a health background, you're coming from a logistics background, you've been studying on Instagram, there are certain things that AI can do for us in every part of our lives. So when you come into the AI space, coming with your own personal ideas and personal experiences, it's your ideas that would lead to the development of AI technology in all these spaces that would have been overlooked, because you can only develop technology in spaces that you feel people need. So if you have not experienced other people's needs in that space, you would not be recommending that one builds a technology that actually answers to those particular needs, right? So that's the beautiful thing about tech. You can enter into tech. You don't have to be someone who studied computer science or technology courses to do data analysis, right? So that's the beautiful thing about tech. And I want to tell you about the opportunity for you in the UK if you're in the tech space. Now, the UK is exploding with a lot of opportunities. This is partly due to the fact that Brexit is currently ongoing, and a lot of people in Europe who had the opportunity to work without needing a work visa have to go back and acquire the right visa to come to the UK. Now, this has opened up the playing field for everybody. So the same way a European is looking for a particular visa to get into UK to work, it's the same way you, a Nigerian, would look for that same visa to get into the UK to work. So everybody now has a playing, field to play on. And so the new encouragement for people in the tech space is the Tech Nation visa, right? So if you're in the tech space, it can be in very, very deep tech, or even in the business related tech. So if you're in even in digital marketing, you're a content writer, or you're a marketer, but you are focused on maybe tech companies selling tech technologies, selling softwares. That's technical sales. So if you're in the tech space, even if you're in HR, you're in tech, as long as it's in the tech industry, you can actually apply for the Tech Nation visa. Now, this visa is available to people both within and outside the UK. But guess what? Obviously, you will have more chances of getting this visa when you school in the UK and have a degree in a technical course, right? Because now they can certify that you do actually have this prerequisite experience, and you probably would have worked while you were schooling. So at the point where you have your 2-year post-study work visa, you can actually apply for the Tech Nation visa. It's a 5-year work visa and it's extendable. So you can extend it for every 5 years, you can continue to extend it. And the beautiful thing is that after the first 5 years, you can extend for another 5 years and then apply for permanent residency. In fact, after the first 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency. And after another 5 years, you can actually get your citizenship. So that's the beautiful thing about tech visa. And having a tech-related course is something that would, avail you of the opportunity of actually getting this visa. So without necessary work experience, you can use a degree in the UK to get into this space. So I'm going to talk about the health now and the opportunities that are actually currently in the health space. So for April, May intake, you have some health courses. I'm going to look through the list I have and call out some of these courses so you know if it actually does apply to you. So courses like public health, we have hospital and health service, we have adult nursing. So for some people who want to break into the nursing world right now and you don't have a degree, because you need to have a degree in nursing before you can actually get a master's in the UK. If you don't have a degree in nursing but you have a related science degree, like maybe biochemistry or something like that, and you want to break into the nursing world, then you can go for adult nursing. Health informatics, that is health and also science related. So let me see if there's another health related course here that I can tell you. Okay, health service management, then global health service management, health service management. So these are courses in the health space that are actually available to people right now. And we all know that with the corona that just, we're still dealing with the wrath of corona, and the world has changed forever. So currently there are lots of opportunities that are even opening up in spaces that were not even existing in the first place. So you don't even have to be in core health service. You don't have to be a doctor, a nurse, somebody working actually in the hospital for you to actually be able to perform in the health space. So if you're someone who can actually manage health services, public health, how people can coexist in a way that diseases do not spread, how technology can help us have better health, how innovations in healthcare can actually help health service. So it can be in the service space, it can be in also the care space, it can be in the consulting space, in any space. Right now, it is exploding not just in the UK, but every part of the world. And you know that with a degree in the UK, you actually get opportunities in other places. So you're not only limited to just the UK. Other countries would actually see your value with a degree from the UK in the health space. However, I'm going to be focusing on the opportunities in the UK for now. So one of the visas that you can actually go for after completing a degree or a course in the healthcare space is the health and care worker visa, right? So these are visas that are intended for people who work in the healthcare space. So if you have a degree in the UK, then you would be able to apply for this. Now, I can tell you that this is not only limited to people that are actually in the UK. If you're outside the UK, you can actually still apply for the visas, but the hurdles are higher and longer and farther, right? Because you have to pass certain exams, you write your IELTS and do this and do that and do this and be on the waiting list, actually have to get a job from Nigeria and before the employer sponsors you over. So the waiting game is longer. The opportunity for you to actually go is not as viable as when you're in the UK and you're finishing a course in the healthcare sector. So if you're in the UK and you've just finished a course in the healthcare sector, you actually have the opportunity to get a job in the healthcare sector, and that employer sponsors your healthcare visa, your health and care worker visa, right? In fact, for people who do adult nursing, let me tell you right now, if you have a degree in a science-related course, if you do have adult nursing, by the time you're finishing, the NHS is already after you. You're actually going to get an offer from the government. I'm not talking private hospital, I'm talking government here. And this obviously is going to go through the route of the appropriate visa that can get you permanent residency in 5 years. So there's a lot of opportunities in the healthcare sector, and availing yourself of a degree in a healthcare related course, opens you up to that opportunity. So I'm going to be talking about the business side. Like I said earlier, you have courses in business related industries or fields, rather, business related fields, opening up in April, May, June, right? So things like your MBA, international business, finance, marketing, or MSc in management, you have a lot of those courses available. Now, if you are someone who has already been in the workforce, you've already been working for probably a year plus, and you want to actually advance in your career, you can actually choose a course within this space. If you're seeing yourself, with suit and tie, working and building a career in a company, and you're not looking at tech or medicine or health, you can actually choose this. Now, an MBA opens you up to opportunities in all sectors, right, and all fields, all departments in the company, because you can be focusing on HR, you can be focusing on logistics, you can be focusing on finance, you can be focusing on marketing, you can be focusing on management. So an MBA can focus on different parts of an organization. So if you are somebody who wants to break into HR, you can actually do an MBA HR. If you're somebody who wants to break into finance, or you want to advance your finance capabilities and opportunities within that space, you can do an MBA finance. Or if you don't want to do an MBA, because as you all know, or maybe some of you do not know, with an MBA you cannot advance into a PhD degree. You cannot actually do a PhD. With an MBA, once you have your MBA, that's it. You cannot use it to acquire a PhD. If you want to actually further your studies, you have to do an MSc or an MA or an MTech every other master's program aside a master's in business administration. So if you're looking at also still doing a business course, but you do not want an MBA, which limits you or stops your chances of actually furthering and doing a PhD program, then you can go for courses such as MSc in marketing, or MSc in finance, MSc in management, or MSc in HR, MSc in management with project management. You know, you can do all that, because once you're done with your degree and maybe 5 years down the line you think you want to go for your PhD, you can as well use that to further your studies, right? So all these are available, and the opportunities within this space for the kind of visa that you would be availing yourself of if you're going to be hoping to remain in the UK is the Tier 2 worker visa, which has been changed to the skilled worker visa. Now for this, it's for people who have experiences, have the skills, and have the qualifications to actually work in the UK. So if you're in the UK and you finished your master's with your 2-year post-study work visa, you're actually eligible to get a job in any in any company. You're not limited, right? Just like a citizen or a permanent resident holder would have an opportunity, you also have an opportunity. And if you have the prerequisite skills and qualifications that the company needs, then they will be giving you the job. And with this job, you can then apply for a skilled worker visa with your company sponsoring you. Now, one thing I want to talk about in this particular space is the fact that right now, I don't know about next year or in 2 years' time or in 3 years' time, right? Right now, there are a lot of opportunities, and it's fast filling up. As you all know, like I said at the beginning of this, my pep talk, the Brexit happened, and a lot of people have actually had to go back to their countries and apply through the appropriate visa route. Now, everybody has the same fighting chance. What that means is that there is a lot of gap, and they need people to fill this gap up, right? So right now, people that are coming in are the ones that are having the opportunity to fill this gap up. Now, mind you, if you go for a degree, maybe in April, or you decide to go in September, mind you, you cannot work until you are done with your degree. That's when you get the study, your post-study work visa, and that's when you're able to get a full-time job. So the minute you're trying to get a full-time job, there are people who are finishing their master's degree. There are people who are being sponsored from their home countries to come and take up opportunities, right? So by the time you start now, you have 1 year to earn your degree before you can actually start fighting in the workspace. So these spaces are filling up. So you have to take advantage of the study routes now, because this boom in the UK is not going to be there forever. They need hundreds of thousands of jobs, but there are also hundreds of thousands of people that are living from all over the world. China and India are the most, the country where you have the most students right now, and they're really taking advantage of this opportunity. And you all know that China and India, they are very, very good when it comes to tech. In medicine, China and Indians are actually up there. So obviously they're already availing themselves of this opportunity. There are people who are finishing their masters now and are going to be taking these jobs. So if you're saying you're waiting, the more you wait, the more these chances get filled up. And by the time you're now done with your studies, you might not be able to get your same opportunities that you would have gotten at the start of your degree. So this is why it is important to do what you have to do at the time when the opportunity exists. Do you get? So that's basically what I'm going to talk about now. We have about 20 minutes more to answer questions. So I'm going to be scrolling through and answering questions. Me and my colleagues, if the question applies to what I talked about, I'll answer it. If it applies to what my colleague actually talked about at the beginning of this live, then she will be the one to answer it. Okay, so I'm going to be scrolling down. Okay, so someone says, can I apply for a visa to the UK? Is that a visit visa, please? If it's a visit visa, yes, sure, you can apply for a visa to the UK. I don't know why this thing is not. Mo, try to scroll. Mo, can you hear me? How much is the fees, and are there scholarship discounts? I think Sonon GVFHH, I think this question applies to you. How much is the fees, and are there scholarship discounts? Can you take that, please?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
How much are the fees, and are there scholarship discounts?
It's actually subject to the school. It's subject to the school. So you have to send us a DM so that we know this particular school. And also, most of the discounts are actually at the discretion of the school in respect to the documents that you provide. Do you get? So most of the time, it's when you've gotten an offer with the school that you will know exactly how much discount that you get, because it's at their own discretion that they will definitely give you the discounts.
Okay, so I'm just going to add a bit
about it. Yeah, you can send us a DM, and we will definitely answer all these questions.
Okay, so I just want to add a bit to what she has said. For the school fees, there's a range. So the cheapest school that you find, which doesn't have intake for this September, April, May, June, is maybe a school like Paul that has courses that range from like 8,000 and above or 9,000 and above, but it's very rare. Ideally, what you're going to be finding are courses that range from 11,000 to 20-something thousand pounds, right? And there are several scholarships or discounts that are available to you depending on your class of degree and depending on the school. So some schools will give you a higher discount, maybe of up to 2,000 pounds or 3,000 pounds or even 5,000 pounds if you have a first class or a 2-1, and will give you a lower discount if you have a 2-2. Right? And then some schools also have certain scholarships available. That scholarship, we might give you information about it, but you would have to be the one to apply for it, because it will mean that you have to probably submit a statement of purpose and go through specific application processes that we will not be handling for you, but we can guide you through the process and let you know that such scholarships are available. Do you get? So you can get a further 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 1,000 discount. So, but like I said, this is depending on the school, it's depending on your grade, and even what their tuition is. So if you're going to a school that is 15,000 and they're giving you 2,000 pounds discount, you're paying 13,000. But if you're going to a school that's 20,000 pounds and they're still giving you 2,000 pounds discount, you're paying 18,000. So it all depends, but nothing less than 10,000. Ideally, if you want to school in the UK, nothing less than 10,000 pounds you should be planning for. Hello, were you saying people coming for September intake won't be able to work until after graduation? Yes, you will not be able to get a full-time job. That's what I mean. You will be able to get a job that allows you work 20 hours per week. Do you get? And most companies will not allow employ you on a full-time basis for you to work on a part-time basis. I don't know if you understand. Now, when you're done with your school, you now get a post-study work visa that gives you that permit to work full-time in the UK. So that's what I mean. And that's when you can now get a full-time job. Now, that full-time job can now sponsor your visa. So if it's the health and care worker visa, if it's the tech nation visa, if it's the skilled worker visa, it now depends on the kind of job that you get. Do you get? Right? But if you are very lucky and you find an employer that really loves you, you can actually start working with your student work permit with a company. When you finish, they will retain you and then apply for your visa on your behalf. So you can be lucky to get that. And if you are a fantastic staff, you know, it's something that can happen. Do you get? I don't know why the comments are not very visible. Please, if you have sent a question before, please just send again, because I cannot scroll up for some reason. I can only see the comments at the bottom. So please just send in a question. So Lekon says he wants MSc in human resource management. Please, Lekon, shoot us a DM or chat us with our WhatsApp link, and then we'll be giving you the school and the courses and every information you need, and then making the application. Please note that application has a deadline. For April, May, June, you're supposed to have even done your application and probably gotten your offer. Since October last year, you're supposed to have started applying. So at this point, they're actually closing up. So you have between maybe now to like maybe middle of February to make a decision and put in your application, to wait for your offer, and then get your cars, get your visa. There's really no time. April is very, very close. So if you are really interested, contact us and then we'll start the application process for you immediately. The engineering field is not needed in the UK. Engineering field is not. Oh, engineering field is needed. Oh, surely engineering field is needed. If you're going to a place like Scotland that has rigs and all that, you're going to be highly welcome, especially if you're finishing with a very high grade, right? So if you're going there, please be very mindful that you need to read. You cannot be pursuing money and leave your studies. So the grade that you come out with will determine if you're actually going to be getting the post-study work visa. And yes, a tech, as long as it's in tech, obviously digital tech is what's booming, but even in engineering, yes, you will still get the opportunity. Even in engineering, is it strictly IT course? No, there are engineering courses as well. I didn't just talk about it. There are engineering courses. Yeah, I'm interested in studying masters in public health. Will I be able to get this April? I think public health should be around May, June, but please contact our counseling team. They would give you all the information you require. Yes, you'll be able to get it, but it might not be April, it might be May, June. Do you help with proof of funds? Sorry, we don't help with proof of funds, but we can maybe, recommend people that you can talk to, but we don't help with it. I applied for May intake last December, and I applied for May intake last December. Can it work for May intake? I applied for May intake last December. Can it work for May intake for me? I don't understand the question. But if you apply for May intake in December and you are yet to get your offer, please contact us and we can help you track your application. So if it's a school we work with, we will follow up on the offer for you, get the offer for you, and help you through the process. So please be mindful of the fact that we do not take processing fee for the UK if you're going to any of our schools. Right, we'll give you the list of schools and we have quite a lot. We do not take processing fee. So if you're working with us, it's completely free of charge. However, if you have dependents, maybe your wife and kids, we do charge a stipend for that. But for you, the applicant, is completely free from application to visa processing and all. So if you've already made an application, contact us. We'll take over the process for you free of charge. Is the application free? Yes. Like I said, the application is free. What about accounting? Yes, there's accounting. There's plenty of accounting. Yes, there's accounting if you want to do accounting. I think I applied for May, December. Do you have proof of funds? Make sure that you studied masters, strictly IT. The field is, the engineering field is not in the UK. Okay, so please continue to send in your questions so that I can attend to them, or so that, okay, someone wants international business. Yes, that's very much available. Please send us a DM or send us a WhatsApp message through our link. Okay, please send in your questions. If your question is at the top, if your question is at the top and I have not answered it, can you please send it again? But if you guys don't have questions, I'm just going to, please, could you confirm the name of UK schools you work with or your partner? Okay, we have quite a number of schools and the list is quite long. But what I can do for you, send us an email and or send us a message and we can actually share that with you. Or better still, go to our website, you find those schools. But some of the schools are Hull, University of Hull, we have Birmingham City University, we have Coventry, we have Northumbria, we have Bradford. So we can actually apply to schools in those locations for you. Okay, yes, you guys, okay, yeah, thank you. Please post more questions. Post more questions. So if you want a list of schools, please send us a DM or go to our website. You find a list of schools. you guys helped me with my application and I haven't heard from the school yet. That's last year. Oh, if we helped you with the application and you haven't heard from the school yet, it means that it's still processing, and it depends on when the application was made. I wouldn't know that because that would be with the admissions team. However, between December and January, you still have quite a while, yeah. So usually applications take getting an offer takes anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. So it depends on the school. So if you haven't heard from them, please just be patient. You hear from them, and if you want a feedback on this regard, contact the counselor that helped you with this, and then would help you contact the school. We'll contact the school on your behalf. Okay, so please send us a DM with your email. Please send us a DM. Send an email. DM your email rather. Okay, so what's the time? I think we still have about 10 minutes. So keep your questions coming, please. So my colleague has taken a short break. I intend studying tourism management. Previous educational qualification is HND tourism management. Can I get any option for May intake? Okay, now the issue is for HND there are limited schools, except you have a postgraduate diploma. That's when you can actually go in for a direct master's. And these limited schools, most of them are September, January. However, you can actually make the application now. You don't have to wait. I think one of the schools, I will check, one of the schools that actually takes the HND that actually have May, April. I will need to check if tourism is part of it, right? But contact us and then we can give you that information. But you have limited schools and most of them are September, January. But you can make your applications now. There's nothing stopping you, because the best thing for anyone to do is to get your offer on time, go through all the process on time, get your CAS and apply for your visa on time. The visa rush is hectic. As I'm talking to you right now, a lot of people have resumed their courses. Classes have resumed. Some resumed 17th, some resumed on the 10th. They are still waiting for their visa. In fact, some of them were just putting in for their visa because their CAS just came out last week. So you're missing lectures, you're missing a whole lot of things, you're in a rush, everything is just upside down because you have a deadline, and there is a deadline for when you can resume. If you do not get to your school as at the last date of resumption, you have to defer to the next session. So the best thing for you to do is put in the application now and start the process even 8 months, 6 months, 7 months before the deadline, so you are not part of the people that are rushing. Do you get? So you can also please just send us your details. We'll help you put in application. If we don't have for April, May, June, we'll definitely have for September for you. I need counselors and list of universities. Please send us a message. We'll send you the list of universities that will work with. It's quite long. Over 30 schools. I can't list. Have already forwarded my email address. Thank you very much. We will attend to it. Okay, but people that went on earlier or the ones going for April, May, or June, can they work full time? No, you cannot work full time while you're schooling, but during the holidays, you can work full time. What that means is that you can maybe hold 2 jobs. You have 40 hours a week, right, when you're on holidays. So if your job does not actually give you that 40 hours, you can hold 2 jobs because you're on holiday. You now have the legal right to work full time. But during school session, you cannot work full time, and it will be difficult to get a full time job. In fact, they cannot even hire an employer will not hire you full time when you're on a 20-hour work week allowance, if that's the allowance that you have. So okay, but the people that went on earlier or the ones going for April, May, can they work full time? No, they can't work full time. It's still the half 20 hours per week. Okay. What of third class with work experience? Yes, if you have a third class, there are certain schools that would accept you. In fact, one of the schools accepts April, May, June intake, which is Coventry. But you have to have up to, I think, 5 years work experience. So if you have up to 5 years work experience and in third class, please shoot us a DM. We have several schools for you that accept third class, but you have to be able to verify your work experience. Yes, you'll be able to get it. any info about healthcare visas for care workers. Okay, so that's a category that is just coming out. We're actually going to do a separate live on this for the opportunities for healthcare assistants and workers in the healthcare sector. Even if you don't have an existing experience in this sector, you can actually do a course, get a certification, and apply for it. And it's open worldwide. It is not open yet, but it has been announced. So we are going to get more information on what courses you can do if you don't currently have any medical certification or any degree or any experience in the medical field. We'll do a separate live for that, telling you all the opportunities that are within this space. Can we work 20 hours per week during school session? Yes, like I said, 20 hours per week during school session. Then when you're on holiday, it's 40 hours per week, or even more, because right now at that time, there are no restrictions anymore because you're on holiday, right? So we have 6 minutes more. I still have a couple of minutes to answer your questions. Once it's 1 o'clock, I'm going to be off. So please ask your questions, and I will see to them. Okay, so if you're not if there are no questions being asked, so I'm just going to tell you about. Okay, I'm joining here with Nexi Travels. My colleague joined this live with Nexi Concept. So this is basically to inform you that we also have other things that we do aside study. So if you're interested in leisure, if you have inquiries for visit visa, medical visa, immigration packages, tickets, hotel bookings, and all, we now have a department that handles that. And the handle I'm currently using to talk to you is the official handle or the page that answers all those questions. So if you have anybody, or if you yourself have inquiries in this space, please give us a follow and then shoot us a DM or call the number on the bio, and we'll be willing to give you all the information that you require and work with you, if you want, right? So you just click on it. So it's Nexi Travels. So if you can just find me and click on it and follow us, then you will be getting, and then you can send us a message to get all the information that you want outside of study. So for study, you can always still contact us at Nexi Concept, which is where you are right now. For every other thing, travel, you can go to Nexi Travels, and we'll be giving you all the information that you need. Okay, you said something about verifying work experience. What does it mean? Okay, so verifiable work experience. So it means that you need to be able to provide an employment letter, and maybe go further to providing a reference letter from your employer. So some people have actually not worked. Some after school they've been doing their business and stuff. So there's really nothing to show that you have been productive or gainfully employed between the period when you were when you graduated and now that you're seeking to further your studies in the UK. So if you're going to be applying for admission, even before visa, you need to prove that you've gotten experience. In fact, even to an assistant or even a managerial level, right? And you need to prove to them that you have been doing this stuff. So now they're now using your work experience, to give you the master's, not just relying on your academic performance. That's for a third class, an HND. That's for third class and HND, please. So you need to provide verifiable work experience. So in this case, to be a reference from your work and employment details, within this period, and that is going to be used for both the application, application for the school, and both your visa application. They will need to see what you've been doing. So that's what it means. Always come to our page and like our page and all that. We will be scheduling one of our lives for the care workers. So please just follow us. We will usually announce this on way before the day we're going to be having it live, and of course we're going to be posting the live on our platform once we've had this. So you actually have it on our platform. But I can assure you that it's going to be within this January. If not within the next 2 weeks of January, it should be within the next 2 weeks of February. So just watch this space for the next 3 Wednesdays. We're going to be having a conversation on it, and probably even inviting someone to actually give us more details about it, so you know how to go about it when when the opportunity comes. Let me see. I missed the session. Okay, if you missed the session, don't worry. You can always have this on our page. We always post it on our page, so it's going to be there forever, right? So you can still go over all the things that have been said, and if there are any things I haven't touched, we are a DM or a WhatsApp message away. Ask all your questions. Questions are free. That's just the thing, and I don't know why people don't take advantage of it. Questions are free. We'll give you all the answers that you need. If you're going to apply, application is also free. Take advantage. Do you get? Please take advantage. We like to answer you. All right, thank you. It's Lori. Sorry if I got your name wrong. I'm glad I was able to explain your question. So 1 minute more, if I can take maybe just one more question, and then we'll be off. Now, where is Mo? Mo, if you're there, please come so that we can tell everyone goodbye together. I don't know why you left us here. We love seeing your beautiful face. So I do not understand why you would leave us and with an empty chair. It's not nice now.
I have to attend to something. Sorry about that.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so I'm not seeing any question, and it's already 12. So I'll just allow Mo end this live section because I was invited, and this is actually her live. So she's going to do us the honors. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for the input. Thank you so much for everything. It's been amazing. Yeah, it's been really, really amazing. So until same time next week, would hope you'll join in and join us same time next week for our next live session. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here. It's been amazing. It's been really, really amazing. Have an amazing day. All right, bye-bye.